Hello everyone, and welcome to my first Q&A with Mario Kart Wii Wimmfi commentary and whatnot. So, I'm going to be doing racing while I do this commentary. So, recently I told everyone on Twitter and Skype and stuff to ask me questions and I would answer them in my video. So that's what I'm doing right now. It was on my AskFM account. If you don't know what AskFM is, it's basically just a place where you ask people questions. You can do it anonymously or with your own account. It doesn't matter. It's normally a lot of people are bitches on here, but so far I didn't get as many bad questions as I thought I would. So I'm just gonna ring with this and roll with this. Yeah. Okay, so let's get to the first question that I have from Kiragaya. Most of these people are anonymous, but this guy, he's actually not. So, have you played any Sonic the Hedgehog games? And if so, which one was your favorite? I have not played any Sonic the Hedgehog games. I know it's kind of a shock because Sonic is like a very popular franchise, but I've never played Sonic before as much as I've wanted to. Maybe, I think my boyfriend is actually, when I go see him in the near future, actually July, he will show me some Sonic games and probably make me play them. So, I'll tell you how all that works out in the future, you know. Okay, this question's inappropriate. This other one, I'm going to just remove that. Ghost Pepper Challenge, please, from the Sexy Beast IRL Wizard. So, this guy, Wizard, he wants me to do the Ghost Pepper Challenge for my 1,000 subs, and I was considering it, I really was, but I kind of forgot. So maybe in the future I might do a Ghost Pepper Challenge, but not for a long time. Sorry, Wizard. Okay, this one's anonymous. What names would you give to your children? If I had to choose, one name I really did like was the name Damien, but my boyfriend's not a fan of that name for some reason. So, Damien is out of the question, obviously now, but if I were to name them, I might actually, one of the names I really do like, since I'm a big Twilight Princess fan, is Midna. And I've literally thought of naming my daughter Midna if I were to ever have a daughter. So that might happen. I also like the name Bridget. I like that name a lot too. So I'm not sure what I'd name my son if I had one. You never know. I'm not having kids until far into the future, so I'm not worrying about that. Okay, another anonymous. Rock or metal? Well, I like rock more than metal. I mean, metal's cool and all, but rock is like just my thing. I like classic rock, heavy rock, slow rock. I just like genre of rock mostly. Some metal I'm okay with, but I mostly like rock. What is a pet peeve of yours? That's a good question. I think a pet peeve of mine is people that like snore when they're sleeping. I don't know. I just can't stand. I can't sleep if I hear snoring. It's so awful. I don't know why, but snoring is just like the worst for me. And one time when I was with my friend and whatnot, we were sleeping and whatnot. I said and whatnot so many times. And she was snoring so loudly, so I think I actually punched her in the back because I was so annoyed. Because I wanted her to wake up so I could sleep. I know that's not exactly a good thing, but I really wanted to sleep and she wouldn't stop. So I was running out of options. Okay, next question. If you're kitty, then what's your opinion on puppies? I love puppies, actually. I like cats a lot, but puppies are so adorable, and I actually did want a dog, but my boyfriend's not into dogs and whatnot, so maybe I can figure out some way to make him like puppies. Who knows? Maybe in the future. I will figure it out, guys, trust me, even though he's really dead set on not saying no to dogs, but you know. What would you consider to be one of your favorite games of all time? I think two people asked this, a guy named Val, and this one's anonymous, so I'll just answer it for you guys. My favorite game is Twilight Princess. I thought it was quite clear, but I mean, one of my favorite games in the whole entire franchise is Twilight Princess. I've loved it so much. I could play it over and over and not get bored of it. I also really like Majora's Mask, but Twilight Princess is just one of my all-time favorite games. I'm also a big fan of Mario Kart, of course, and Harvest Moon. I really did like Harvest Moon, but Twilight Princess is by far my favorite game because I just like the storyline and I like it in general. It's just a great game. And if you want, you can check out my Twilight Princess LP, yeah. When did you first get into video games? I first got into video games when I was, I think, 7. My mom bought me a GameCube for Christmas, and my first game ever was Mario Kart Double Dash, and it was just amazing, and I just loved GameCube so much. I play it constantly, but since my dad and mom were kind of like strict about video games during that time, they would only let me play maybe an hour or so a day, and then they kicked me outside if it was really nice out. So I wasn't too big on video games until 2010 when I started really getting big into Mario Kart Wii. That's when I really started to get big into video games. But during that time, I loved video games, but I couldn't play them much because of my family. What's your favorite handheld game to play? My favorite handheld, well, I don't really play much handhelds, so I guess the 3DS. But I'm not sure. Oh, you said game. My bad. I need to read this clearly. My favorite handheld game is by far, like I said, Majora's Mask is one of my favorite games, so I love Majora's Mask. But surprisingly, I really liked Mario and Luigi Dream Team. That's also a game that I really enjoyed. I'm surprised by how much I liked the game, really. Because, I don't know, the story was really good, the creativity. I think if anyone would suggest a 3DS game, I suggest I suggest Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Because, I don't know, it's just a really good game, and you should look up the trailers and whatnot, because you get to be Luigi and Mario, and it's a different storyline. It's not a typical Mario game, so I think it's more interesting than most. Yeah. If you were a boy instead of a girl, how would you describe yourself? What would be the same or different about yourself? And lastly, what if your significant other was also their opposite gender? Oh my god. If I was a boy instead of a girl, I'd kind of be the same way as I am now. I don't act like a girl at all, if that makes any sense. I'm a girl, but I act completely like one of the guys. I'm just a tomboy, that's how I am. There's not really anything. The only thing that would probably be different is I probably, since guys, they don't care much about smell and whatnot. Like, they can just, I don't know. Well, some guys, they hate smells and gross stuff, but like, maybe that would be one thing that I'd be immune to. I don't know, because I hate gross shit. I hate bugs. I hate spiders. I hate all that shit. But yet again, some guys, they prove me wrong, and they hate it just as much as I do. If my significant other was also the opposite gender, he'd be a fucking whore. He is such a whore already, so I could imagine if he was a girl, he'd be like showing his titties and being a prostitute. I'm not even kidding. He's that bad. Why do you smell? Bet you can't guess who this is. I don't know who this is because it's anonymous. Why do I smell? Maybe I should wear more deodorant. I don't know. It's probably my problem. What color would you never dye your hair? Never dye my hair. Green. I don't like the color green. That would be... ugh. Just reminds me of slime and puke. Because when you think of the color green, you think of puke most of the time. You normally don't think of pretty grass and shit. You think of when people puke, it's all green and brown and gross and ugh. I would never dye my hair green. Were you ever a Girl Scout? Yes, I was. I was a Girl Scout for a lot of years. I think since I was like 5 to 13. I was in Girl Scouts, but I got tired of it because I was tired of bitchy girls. I don't know, I just don't get along with the girls that much, and when I tried to get along with them, they'd be like, no. So I remember one time when I went camping in Girl Scouts, I actually faked sick because I was being treated badly by a lot of girls, so I was like, no, I want to go home. I'm done with this. So, I mean, if you like Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, sure, cool, but it wasn't for me. That's just from my perspective, because, I don't know, the girls were just bitchy for some reason. Bitchy little girls. How many times has a person asked if you have eaten 2 bananas within the same span of 30 minutes? I think you've been the first, because I've never heard that question in my life. Okay. Can you swim well? No, I cannot. Oh my god. I cannot swim well at all. I'm a terrible swimmer, but it's not my fault. Well, actually, no, it is my fault. When I used to go swimming, I was actually in swimming practice and stuff. Like, I was in a swimming class, and when everyone would duck their head under the water, like, go underwater and whatnot, I would pour water on my head and be like, ta-da, I went underwater. I was so scared of going underwater, so I think I was kicked out from the class because I wouldn't do it. But I understand. I eventually taught myself how to swim, but I'm really not good at it, so yeah. Still have a couple questions left. What movie would you rather happen to you? Human Centipede or Saw? How about neither? But if I had to choose, probably Saw, because a human centipede is gross as fuck. I'd rather die. I'd rather die. I'd rather be chopped up by the Saw guy than be in human centipede. That's gross as hell. Especially if you're in the back. Oh my god. If I had to be in this human centipede, I want to be in the front because, you know, you get the better end of the stick. That's so gross. Oh my gosh. Would you ever have a one-night stand? No, I wouldn't. I'm one of those people who only has sexual advances with someone I really love. If I don't love them, there's not going to be any sexual advances. I'm never going to have a one-night stand ever. That's just my opinion. I don't care if anyone else does it, but I never will do it. Okay, McDonald's or Burger King? I really like both, but only because McDonald's has really good milkshakes. But I think if I had to choose, I'd probably choose Burger King. Only because, I don't know, I don't feel sick after I eat it. Like McDonald's, I don't know. I think McDonald's must be more greasier or something? I don't know. It might be that. It might be. When's your birthday? My birthday is December 29th. I'm 19, and I'm going to be 20 this December. Yeah. I'm close to the decades. Not the decades. Close to being 20. Yay. Who's the best Mexican you know? I can already tell that this is probably Vega. Just judging by who asked this. I guess you or Divide, because Divide and Vega are like pretty awesome Mexicans, and yeah. Yeah. Are your boobs ready? They are very ready. Just want to say that. Which Pokemon type would you be and why? I would be Ice type because, you know, I'm a big fan of Glaceon. I've always been a big fan of Glaceon. So if I had to choose, Ice type would definitely be it. Yep. Because I'd probably be some type of Ice Pokemon. I don't know if I'd be exactly Glaceon, but probably an Ice or a Ghost type. I really like Ghost type Pokemon as well. Like Gengar. Gengar's pretty cool. Kitty, hi, how are you? It's been so long. Do you remember me? I can't say I remember you because you didn't put your name on here. I'm sorry. But if you are the one who answered this question, you can just reply in the comments and then I'll respond. Or you can just message me on Twitter, whatever works for you. My Twitter will be in the description, and yeah. Do you like moose? Well, do you like eating moose, or do you like moose in general? I personally, I don't eat moose because I'm a vegetarian, but I don't mind moose. I've never really seen one though, which is weird because I'm Canadian. But I think maybe I've seen one once in my lifetime, and that's it. It's kind of surprising. People think there's moose everywhere in Canada. No, there's not really. You don't see them that often, unless you're like really far up north. This question. Why are you so annoying? I don't know. Why am I annoying? I mean, you're the one who bothered to ask a question anonymously, so that judges your character. I mean, if you think I'm annoying, then just don't watch my videos, don't look at my Twitter, don't look at my Skype, you know, just avoid me. That's what I think. If I think someone's annoying, I just avoid them, but, you know, some people have a problem with that. Okay, how many times will you say your catchphrase today and tomorrow? Okay, so this is Isa. My catchphrase, he says that my catchphrase is when I say "and whatnot." I say that a lot. You probably have heard it already in this video. I can't help it. It's just something that I keep getting stuck in my head, and I've probably have said it so many times today, and probably will many times tomorrow. Who knows? Yeah, I have a problem with that. I need to fix that. So, final question, and then we're done. How long have you and Inviso been together? We have been together since August 24th, 2013, so it's almost been 2 years, and we are very close. We are still like a couple who's in like their first week of a relationship. That's how we are, and we get along really well. However, a lot of people judge our relationship, but you know what? You know what I have to say to you guys? I don't give a shit. Because you guys judge our relationship when we're happy as hell. So who cares what other people think? You know what I mean? If you are happy, then what other people say shouldn't bother you at all. So that is it for my Q&A, and I hope you enjoyed this. It's a bit long, but I hope you enjoyed this Wimmfi session and this Q&A, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.